Not that this is anything new, but the people out here these days are something else. It's like nobody has class and nobody wants to be classy. I don't mean materially, I mean in their behavior, in their person, in their stature, in their how they present themselves, how they speak, how they no it's like nobody out here respects themselves anymore. Go out there and see the way people are dressed. Go out there and see the way people are cover their bodies with, ink. And you know, it's not that the ink is bad. It's not that I personally hate tattoos or anything like that or piercings. It's what they represent. It shows me that you have no respect for your flesh. And if you're willing to hurt your flesh on the outside, who's to say you're not going to, in some way, shape, or form, hurt yourself on the inside? And that can take many, many different forms as well. Not just, like on the exterior, ink and tattoos and piercings and, you know, what you put in your body. I'm talking about like on the inside, it just how you think, your self image, your relationship with God, your relationship with your, if you're married, your spouse, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or your relationship with yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, if you don't love God, and then if you don't love yourself, you 100% are not capable of that agape love for your neighbor, for someone else who is out there, who you run into, who, your fellow man, your fellow woman who are out there, your fellow brothers and sisters, right? And, having said that, for me personally, I find it's very hard at times to be nice to people because the second I'm nice to people, you think I'm a pushover. And, you know, I've been told before, I'm just saying, I've been told I'm handsome, right? So, what do you get when you get a nice, handsome person or a nice, lovely looking, beautiful, woman or girl? And she's nice and she has a good personality. A lot of people out there will take advantage of that. A lot of guys will think she's naive and take advantage of her. Um, a lot of older women, I've seen this personally happen. The older woman who is like, who could be her mother or who could be like the age of her grandma or, you name it, doesn't matter. Older woman will start scolding and like just chastising these younger women or even I've seen it happen to girls even just who are objectively you know um I don't know for sure, but I can tell they are women of God. Like they're not, they respect themselves to some degree, right? That's the discernment I have in me. I can tell. Same with guys. I can pretty much tell if when I'm in person with people, okay? And these older women will just berate these younger women. And I'm thinking to myself, they did absolutely nothing wrong. I'm not a judge. I'm not God. But for my discernment, they did nothing wrong in this environment that we're in together. Same with guys, you know, it doesn't matter if you're handsome or not, right? We can forget that part if you would like to. Doesn't matter really, but I'm just throwing it in there because I was referring to myself because I've been told I'm handsome, all right? And we can't help it if we're good looking or bad looking, okay? But we can help if we're good natured and we follow the Lord. And I find that when you present that to the world, especially if you are handsome or beautiful or whatever, people will not, it won't mix well with them. They will take that as an opportunity to put you down. And that could be for different reasons. They feel inferior, they feel threatened or intimidated, or they feel guilty or ashamed. Shame is a very, very strong emotion. It's like fear and shame and pride. Those three are, I know pride is a capital sin, but I don't know about fear and shame. But I'm just saying, those three mixed together are, by themselves or mixed together, they do not, they make poison. That's all I gotta say on that note. So, what I was trying to say here, okay, I kind of went off on a tangent. When I go out in public and I be nice to people, it's hard because people automatically think I'm naive and I'm a pushover, and then they'll start being really, really mean, try and test my boundary. And then the second I look at them and I question what they're doing, like, hey, are you having a good day, or uh, anything I can do to help you with that, or or I just verbally, if they're flashing out, I'm like, I can see you're upset, hey, I feel ya, I'm sorry about that, and it'll get even worse. And then for some reason, like, it's just the classic bait and switch type thing. So it's really, you really have to, walking forward, you really have to discern. I mean, maybe it isn't really a question of discernment, I guess, but you do have to discern in the first place. But when those situations happen, whether you discern they were, you know, a person of godly character or not, you get people like that. And what you got to do is just not react because they want a reaction. So, you know, you got to do what I call gray rock. And I think it's a term in the psychology or something. So, fact check me on that. Feel free. I'm pretty sure it's called gray rock method. But that's what you got to do. So, having said that, guys, thank you for listening. Please support the channel. I really appreciate it if you guys can give this a like, at least give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'm trying to see how much I can grow this channel. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously this channel ain't making income, but it's kind of like an experiment for myself to see like what I'm capable of and how fast the channel can actually grow. And then when it does grow, I can't wait to see what happens and go from there. Take care, y'all. Peace. You have a blessed day. Be safe out there. In this economy and this environment and everywhere you go, it doesn't matter, in the US especially, you got to watch your back. Because if you follow God, especially with what's been happening lately, you have a target on your back. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just saying a spiritual target. So, God bless. Have a good one.